Hello and welcome to Worlds of Fun Reimagined with Planet Coaster. My name is Kevin, and thank you very much for stopping by. And as you see right here on our screen, the Shush Boom. Well, no, not really. It's all you can see in the picture. It was actually the Shush Boomer, and it was an original ride at Worlds of Fun back when the park opened back in 1973, and I was just reading a little bit about it. It was in the park. I believe they took it out around 1984. So I guess it was in the park there for about 11 years. And I got to tell you, when I first went there as a small kid, I got to tell you, I think this was about my favorite ride. This was my favorite one to go on when I first started going there. And then later, in the later 70s, I actually worked at the park, and I got to be a crew member on this ride, and that was a lot of fun. Let me tell you, I can tell you some stories, but but I probably shouldn't do it here. But it was a really cool ride. I know a lot of folks. If you went to the park, I'm sure you remember riding this thing. It was a lot of fun. It was not the world's biggest, largest, highest drop or anything like that, but it was just a really cool little roller coaster. It was a what they call an Anton Schwarzkopf, I believe is how you pronounce the guy's name, who his company built these, and they originally were designed to be very portable, to pick them up, take them to various fair locations wherever. But Worlds of Fun bought this one and actually had it in the park for 11 years. So anyway, on this video, this is what we're going to do. I'm putting this back into the park, the one that I'm designing here with Planet Coaster. And I've already got quite a bit of it done, but it's not finished. So here we go. And we're going to do a little work on the Schussboomer. And here it is, the Schussboomer in my version of Worlds of Fun. As we have mentioned in a couple of other videos, we're trying to make this, can't really recreate the park, but we're trying to just make it as close as we can get it to how it was back in the 70s, 80s, even into the 90s a little bit. So the Schussboomer, here it is, it's back at Worlds of Fun. Now, I have mentioned a couple times with this game, Planet Coaster, we can't make it we can't make everything exactly the way it was. Obviously, the game has some limitations, and here's a limitation on this ride right here. If you rode this ride, if you were in the park back in those years, you will obviously you probably spot this right away. Let me zoom in here a little bit. The cars did not look, they looked nothing like these. If you remember on the actual ride, they actually look like little automobiles, basically. 4-seaters, so these do have 4 seats. But this is not even close to really the actual cars that were on the ride. But this game doesn't have anything else that I can use. So this is kind of what we got to go with. But anyway, they are 4-seaters. So that's at least pretty close that way. But and the other thing I'm not crazy about with this game, most of the rides at Worlds of Fun, if you recall, each individual car like these, they would have different colors. You can't do that with Planet Coaster. Every car on this ride has to be the same color. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Anyway, let's get into this. As you can tell, I've already got, the track is all finished. It's done. Now, one thing though about Planet Coaster, you can see how we've got really on both ends of this thing these helixes. Okay, the track just circles on top of itself, right? So anytime that happens in Planet Coaster, like normally Planet Coaster will automatically put these ride supports underneath the track. But in the case of these, when you have tracks circling and going above other track, Planet Coaster, I guess Planet Coaster just freaks out and says, I don't know what to do here. And it doesn't do any, it doesn't put any supports in there at all. So basically all of these supports that you see, 1, 2, 3, I have to actually build those manually myself and put those in. Otherwise, it just wouldn't look real. It wouldn't look, you'd never see track like that going around with nothing holding it up. So that's one thing about the game that you have to do. And so that's what we're going to do right away. Right away, I have one right here. If you see this, this piece right here, this is telling me, you know what? I need a support there. But Planet Coaster didn't put one in for me, so I have to build that myself. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a support real quick. Show you how we do this. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is just take this one piece and get him a little bit more centered under the track. So that's the first thing I do when I'm building one of these. Just get it to where it's looking like an actual human being actually built it. As close as we can make it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn it like that. There it is. And then let's check the angle that we've got here. Hang on. Had to get that out of my throat. Okay, here we go. That looks like a pretty good angle to that track. Okay. I like it. I like it. Sometimes it's easier just to use these keyboard shortcuts instead of the mouse. So that's what I'm going to do here. Because once you start getting up in the air like this, we're working. This mouse is a little janky. I like that word, janky. Okay, I just want to make this to look like it's actually touching that track. Yeah. There we go. That's a better angle. Okay, good. And that could probably turn a little bit. Yeah, right about there. Okay, that's good. We like that. And it's about halfway between these two, so that's good. And here's what I probably should do. Since we've got that where we want it, let me make sure it's the same color as this one. 132E04. Just type that in. 132E04. Good. And then what was this other? This is a different color than this other one, I think. Or is it the same? Ah, it's the same. Okay, good. Both the same. So we can just click that again. Okay. So now it's the same color as all the other ones. And here we go. So here we go. We're going to build the rest of this support. So what I like to do is I like to start with these vertical pieces and basically just copy them and just move them into place at this new location. So here we go. Copy. We'll put him right there. And then let me get this other one over here. Well, we'll just do it like this. Put it about right there. Okay. And now we'll just move these up until they look like they're in about the right place. Right over here, like this. Hope I'm not making you dizzy. Okay, here we go. Right about like that. Let's turn this a little bit. Like that. Actually, what I might do, I might just move these. Let's move over here. See how far apart these are. I'm a little out of practice doing this. I haven't worked on this track in a while. Okay. Okay, so that's about as far apart as those are. Now let's move them again. All right, move you guys back over here again. And we're probably going to have to even do some more adjusting since we've got this lift hill going up over here. We're going to have to account for that somehow. With this one. Yeah, we might be okay. All right, cool. Oh, but we've also got this part of the track going here too. It's going to be interesting. Watch this. Let me just test what kind of clearance we're going to have on this part of the track right here. Here we go. Watch this. We'll just run a couple of cars through here and see what they look like. That might be pretty. That is pretty close to that track. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be a little too close. I mean, it would work. The game will let you do it, but I want it to look realistic, you know. Okay, there it is. It's right next to that support. See, that's too close. I don't want it to be that close because they wouldn't build it like that in real life. It would be a little farther away from the track than that. So we're going to move this one a little bit, or both of these extensions here, these supports. Yeah, we're going to make it look a little bit more like it actually would in real life. As soon as I can get my screen where I want it. Come on. Okay, here we go. We're going to move this right. Yeah, see, a little bit farther like that. That would be a little better. And even kind of going into this little stairway a little bit is okay. See, that's much better. That's much more what you would think you would find at an actual ride in a theme park like this. Okay, so we'll keep him right there. And then what are we going to do with this one? We got to do the same thing because we've got this track over here that we got to concern ourselves with. So let's basically do that same process with Let's get him farther around. Okay, so now he's over here, and we're looking at this one. And let's see how close. Oh, he passed us. Let's get the next car. Gotta be quick. All right, here comes another one, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. That's close enough. Okay, so see that again, that's, I would think it would be a little farther from the track than that. Although it's not as bad as this one was over here. But I'm going to move it because, you know, like I say, we want this to be realistic. So here we go. Let's grab those. And we're going to move them. But remember, we have to move it in relation with this one and with this support in the middle of the track. So we don't want to get too crazy as far as where we put it. But we definitely want it to be like more about like that. Yeah. And so you can just kind of imagine the cross beam is going to go around here somewhere like this. Kind of like that. So I'm thinking right about there is looking pretty good, and then that will still give us a good way to attach these underneath that support on that part of the track. Right. Here we go. Okay, now I don't really do anything with these for a minute. Now I want to concentrate on these cross supports. So here we go. And what I will do now is I'll basically just copy one of these. And the cool thing about this game, and sometimes I can't remember which ones do this and which ones don't, but I think this one will just automatically connect to how it's supposed to connect. Yeah, see, it just automatically goes right in there. And then all I got to do is, which way do I want it? I just put it like that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which way. Just put it in there for now, and now what I can do, because I want it to be, obviously I want it to be horizontal. So we click on it again, and now we can just make it horizontal. With the angle snap function. Okay, we get the angle snap on, and now we're just going to flip it like this. Bingo. Bingo bongo. Now these guys, how are these? These are more vertical. Undo that. So this one, I want this to be vertical as well. See right there, that's horizontal. I want it to be vertical. So we're going to do this. Just like that. By golly. All right, and now it's just a matter of sliding it to where it should be. As if this was actually constructed by humans. About how far down should that be from the track? A little bit farther down, I think. Right about there, I believe. Yeah. Okay, and now, see, we already know it's the same color because I copied, so we're good there. And now what we want to do is just copy that one, put him on the other end, like that. There we go. And before I do anything else, I want to make sure that this is low enough to where the wheels go over that track without hitting that, right? Because we want it to be real. So here we go. Let's see what happens when a car goes over that. Here comes one right now. Oh, wait a minute. I hit the wrong button. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm on the wrong piece of track here. Hang on. It's very easy to confuse me when I'm doing this stuff. Yeah. All right, here we go. We got a little break in the action. All the cars were down the station. They'll start coming around here again fairly quickly. Here comes one now. All right, so I want to stop it right when he's going over that piece right there. Okay. Let's have a look, shall we? I think that looks pretty good. See, what we're looking at is these bottom wheels that keep it on the track, right? And there's plenty of clearance between the wheel there and this cross beam. So we're good. So we can build this. What I will do now is I'm just going to extend this outward as far as we need it to go. There we go. Just like that. And see, and that's out far enough to where it's hitting that vertical part, so that's good. So we're good on that. Oh, I remember how I used to do this. I used to just grab this. Yeah, now it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me now. I would just basically slide this out. That's how I did that. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Just slide him to where he's out there far enough. Good. Copy. Right? And I believe... Oh, I'm going to have to slide him one more time. Slide him a little bit more toward this one. Good. And we'll just make another one. Good. And then, oh, and then we'll just put one here. Done. So there it is. There is our horizontal support. The wheel's clear, got good clearance. We've got good clearance with the tracks below. Looking good. Okay, now all I have to do really is just get these vertical posts a little bit more where they're supposed to be. So let's move this one first. Just like this. He's got to come a little bit like this. There we go. That looks centered, if you ask me. I like it. All right, so that's good. He's where we want him to be, and now we got to do the same thing with this one. Right? We're just going to move him right over there, just like that. I might move him in a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. Again, plenty of clearance. He's not too close. How close is he? Well, but here's the thing. Look at these other ones. See how they're down so much farther? They're a lot lower. This is not going to be sticking up that high, so we'll be fine. It's going to be low like these. The ones on the outside, they do stick up a little bit the way I made those. But these on the inside, they're on the down low. We're good. So he's going to come down. We don't even have to worry about that. All right, now, next step is we've got these connectors out here on the ends. So we got to do that over here, obviously. So I'm just gonna copy that one, just stick him on there. Doesn't even matter how. Over here, same thing. Because now we can position them how we want them. And I just want them to look like these. So here we go. We're just going to line it up. Let's get a little closer so we see what we're doing here. Well, first of all, let's lower it a little bit to where it actually looks like it's connecting something. Okay. Turn this. Oh, how about this? Turn angle snap off for this. I don't want it on because we're going to be a little more precise. I just line it up like that. Right? And then we're just going to lower it to where it looks like it's supposed to be there. Yeah, something like that. I don't really care if they don't look perfect, because it's not going to look perfect no matter what you do, basically. So I don't care too much. I just want it to look decent, right? That's the idea. You just want it to look like it should look, basically. And so now you can see how these vertical pieces on the outsides here, they do stick up a little bit. So I'm going to make this one be about the same height, which means I got to lower it a little bit. Right about there. Looks like the other ones. And then you'll notice on the outside, you cannot see this horizontal piece sticking out. And so I don't want it to stick out down here either. So I'm just going to click on that. And we're just going to slide it in to where it's not sticking out. And that is how I do these deals right here. Takes a while, but looks pretty good when you're done. So we're just going to slide it in just to where you can't see it sticking out. There it is. So the top of that one is done for our purposes, right? Let's do the other side. The other side. So same thing. We're just going to, let's lower it down a little bit. Get it where it's got to be, and then we're going to line it up like we did the other side. kind of sort of like that. Put him right about there. That looks pretty good. Yep. And same thing, we don't want this sticking out. They don't stick out. So we're going to slide him in a little bit so you don't see him. There we go. That's pretty good. You can see it a little bit, but it's all right. Whatever. And then we're going to lower this to match all of these. So here we go. So that looks pretty much like, yeah, it looks like the other ones now. And that's it. That is how I do these things. I got a few more to do, but but at least that gives you the idea. And so obviously now, as you see all these other ones that I've done, you can kind of tell how long it's taken me to do all these. So I'm not going to do any more in this video. You get the idea. So I got to do that. I got to finish out the rest of the. There's some other places where I need to add some supports on the ride here, and then obviously, if you look down here, I haven't even started building the queue house, the station house, or anything. So we still got to do all that too as well. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and at least kind of give you an idea of what we're doing here as far as getting the Schussboomer back in the park. Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you very much for stopping by. As always, thank you for all the likes and for all of our great subscribers. Thank you very much. We certainly do appreciate each and every one of you. When you like these videos and you become a subscriber, it helps more than you know. Thank you very much. All right. We'll see you next time.